Hey, this is the World Advice Channel. What I want to talk about today is a topic that, of course, is a really big issue in America and a really heated issue, which, of course, is a topic of illegal immigration and the fact that, the topic, the fact of the matter, more like, there's a huge, ridiculous amount of people trying to come into America from Latin America, which has just at this point gotten ridiculously bad. And I want to talk about this topic today and speak the honest truth about it, which no one's talking about for it. So, anyway, let's get started. So, when it comes to the truth about the border crisis, which of course, you know, everyone likes to blame everything on the Democrats for all the time, everyone just blames the Democrats for everything. The truth of the matter for the border crisis is the story is not what you think it is. As the truth about the border crisis, which actually is the reason why there's so many Latinos in the United States in the first place, is also down to the simple fact of the matter that 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 a lot of Republicans are actually the reason why the border crisis is so bad. So the truth of the matter is, and this is the truth about illegal immigration that no one has been willing to talk about, which is the truth, which is the fact that when it comes to illegal immigration, which of course is a topic that we are all aware of and is very heated and so on and so forth, no one has been willing to talk about the truth about it, which is the fact that a lot of the people who actually come in the United States in the first place obviously, because they're looking for jobs, at least historically. But the truth of the matter is that there's more to it. And that more to it is the fact that a lot of the people who actually recruit these people into United States to work there are actually Republicans, which is the truth that no one has been willing to say, but it is simply the truth of the matter that has been left unsaid. As as if you look back at the history of it, a lot of these companies that use illegal immigrants, that have that for to do things easily, whether it could be working certain jobs or working ridiculously long hours and so on and so forth, for for places that do jobs that no one really in America really wants to do, such as maybe working at these refineries or these places where you just simply, have to just simply, do the work and all that type of crap and, just simply assembly line stuff, farm work, whatever, tend to be owned by people who are actually self described Republicans. So the truth of the matter is, especially when you look at the fact of when it comes to jobs like agriculture, what type of political party tends to be more associated with those jobs? Republicans. So the truth of the matter is, due to that fact, a lot of the people who obviously are coming into United States are only there because of Republicans. And in fact, the powerful Republican business people have let them in. So that in itself defeats the argument that a lot of people have when it comes to blaming everything on the Democrats, you know, that it's simply the Democrats' fault, which also doesn't make any sense when you look at the fact that a lot of the drug lords who live in Latin America have only really become powerful by guess who? Because of Republican, um, you know, plans, whatever you like to say. Republicans' attempts to make drugs illegal. As if all drugs were illegal, then what do you think would happen? There would be no drug war. But now look at what's happening now. They made it illegal, so you see what's happening now. That's what I'm trying to say. So the truth of the matter is, no matter how you look at it, what's what's going on in Latin America is simply a result of Republican policy, and because of that, that's the reason why so many of them even come up here. Because anyone who knows anything about Latin America knows that the reason why their nations are falling apart is simply actually do more to the drug lords, because the drug lords are extremely powerful. Not only do they make a lot of money, obviously because of how much money they make from drugs in America, they also, as a result, control everything. Which, of course, if they control everything, you know, due to their power, and all the power that they have, you will obviously have a declining nation, as these people who run these drug gangs care only about money. Things that actually help build up the nation and so on and so forth, they could care less about. So obviously, if you have people who couldn't give a shit about the nation, you're gonna have a nation that's obviously, as a result, well, you guess it, is in decline. So the simple truth of the matter is, the Republicans are, no matter how you look at it, like any crisis that America's ever had, are responsible for their own problems. Okay, not only do they fund a drug war that kind of helps impoverish Latin American nations, and of course, as a result of the fact that they're controlled by people when they care about money and stuff, corruption is rampant, which of course destabilizes Latin American nations. As a result of the fact that they destabilizes Latin American nations, they of course have a huge desire to go to the United States. And when they have a huge desire to go to the United States, we're the ones who primarily recruit them. Republicans usually recruit them when it comes to business and so on and so forth. So who in the end of the day is really to blame here? That's a question I want to ask. Is it really the Democrats? Yes, we've had a few who actually kind of want them in. Yes, some of them want them in. Like Lori Lightfoot. I know she's a nutcase, but in the end of the day, the truth of the matter about Lori Lightfoot is that that's only a recent phenomenon, or at least woke people. We're talking about something that is a problem that's been going on for decades. And like, of course, any situation that gets really bad in life, you always tend to realize, if not all the time, this was building up for a long period of time. So obviously, who's to blame for all of this? Besides, as a matter of fact, who are the ones who started war on drugs in the first place? Which helped make these drug cartels in Latin America become extremely powerful. It was Ronald Reagan. What was he? A Republican. So the truth of the matter is, when you hear things like that, I just want people to know all of this that's going on is their fault, okay? Now, I'm not saying Democrats haven't contributed, but the truth of the matter is, the illegal crisis that's going on is the fault of Republican policies. It's the truth. This is not a conspiracy. This has been pointed out there, and this is simple history for you. So the truth of the matter is, all of this that's going on right now is simply their own fault for this. And that's the truth of the matter. This is not something people are going to say, but this is fact, and this is history. And Republicans don't want to talk about it. They want to blame Democrats for everything. But the truth is, this is the truth. It is actually their fault. So whenever you hear people say, well, let's blame the Democrats, let's blame the Democrats, let's blame the Democrats, the truth of the matter is, it's not their fault. It's actually Republicans' fault. Anyway, this is my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, videos like this, remember to thumbs this video up and hit the subscribe button. I hope you enjoy it, and that is it. And simply put it, later.